Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into my podcast, Xena Life is a Dominatrix. This is episode 53. This will be aired on Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. Today, I'm doing a little Q&A with my friend in Chicago, Dahlia. Hi, Dahlia. How are you doing today?
Hey, everybody. The Mistress of the Darkness, Miss Xena, whom we miss in Chicago quite a bit.
Oh, I miss you too. So, how did we meet?
Actually, we met at one of your events. When you would throw dungeon parties, a lot of times there would be an invite for newbies or, new people to come out and enjoy the space. And that's how we met.
Awesome. Do you remember when this was? Because it's all kind of a blur, like with the years.
Yeah. I was digging around trying to figure that out too. Um, I've been into like the BDSM aspect of the world for a bit, so I'm thinking that year had to be either 2010 or 2012.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it just seems like yesterday.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember when you first came to the studio parties, and then I think I broke a paddle on somebody, and the rest was history.
Pretty much. I know you did break one on me.
Oh, I did. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had quite the experiences there. And then as much as we could, and pretty much several months in a row, you would have one once a month, and we were pretty much a fixture there till I became your demo dummy.
Good
And
times.
I'd be like, hey, I've never played with, or how does this work? And then I'd be like, oh no. You're like, come here, let me show them. Okay.
Oh my God, that's awesome. You have a great memory. I don't remember breaking a paddle on your butt. Ouch.
Yeah. I didn't know that was gonna happen, and because I was on a spanking bench facing the wall. And you and my sir are always colluding on something about, my limits, what's going to be and okay, the spanking was fine, and then the items would change, and I'm like, okay, and that felt like a leather belt. Okay, that felt like maybe a paddle, and then I was like, what the hell was that?
I love it. I love it. When did you get involved into this lifestyle?
I was thinking about that. I started in the swing world first, and that was in the early 90s. I want to say around 94.
Okay, wow.
And many changes of life, many changes in attitude and experience. And then I want to say by the time we met, I was still pretty new to the BDSM world.
Nice. Now, with the swinger community, do they practice BDSM as well?
Some do. And I think there's more crossover now. But for me, part of why I was pulling out of swing and more into BDSM is the popularity of that practice. As it became more and more mainstream and more acceptable, a lot of the rules started to drop.
Oh, okay.
That was a problem for me.
Got it.
And then my social group in that world switched. I mean, being a person of color, when I first started in the 90s, I couldn't find anybody of color that really would admit to these practices.
Got it.
So all of the people that I knew were Caucasian, great folks, But as I started finding Black groups, they were less structured. And then it got popular, and it was even less structured than that.
Got it.
That was a turnoff for me.
Got it.
Because it would start getting, certain parties were starting to get dangerous.
Oh, no, that's not good. Exactly.
So but I've pulled like some lifelong friends out of that world. There's a young lady now in Cincinnati who I met her in that world. And as I explored more and learned more about the BDSM community, she now calls me her kink parent. Because I was kind of like, no, she's like, we can do that? Yeah. a little bit. And now she's a full-fledged dame and has her own website and her own parties that she's doing in that market.
That's amazing. That's awesome. And that's great that you are, her dom parent or her kink parent and a good mentor. People need mentors.
Yeah, she took off in her realm and she's doing things that I don't even do. So I'm like, go for it.
Good.
What you do.
Good for her. That's great. And that's great and important to have a mentor and to have somebody to look up to. And I'm glad she looked up to you for that.
Yeah. I mean, and in a good way, you're kind of that for me in a lot of ways. Both of you, I think you more than her dabble in the pro world, whereas I really don't right now. I would like to more and more. And so, like, I'll call and ask you questions about, hey, this is da-da-da-da-da, how should I go about this? Whereas she does the same for me as far as practice. And then, like, some of her practices as far as her whip work and her impact play, she's surpassed me.
Nice.
So,
nice. That's
community's
awesome.
Everything.
Exactly. Now, would you consider yourself a switch, a dominant, a submissive?
I'm definitely a switch.
Nice.
There's very few people that trigger my submission, even though I treasure it. And in like a sexual practice, sometimes I really kind of crave it. But trust and order and that position, not very many people. Yeah, you say you're a dom, and then I start playing with you, and I'm like, no, I got bigger balls than you. So then me submitting is a problem.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be more of a wrestling match than it is who's on top. No, it's like who's going to win.
Got it. Yeah. And I've said before, like, switches, they get to experience both roles. They get to have more, a lot of fun. And I know it's just a label, but, like, some people really take it seriously. Like, no, I'm a dominant. Address me as this.
And won't ever even soften the edges to their control factor.
Exactly.
And I get it. But, there's a bliss in submission that I don't want to be in it all the time. But it is blissful.
Nice.
It's a mental vacation.
Aww.
For to have somebody that I can be like, okay, I can turn my brain off. And I trust you enough that you're not going to violate my boundaries, even if you push them a little bit or even push them quite a bit. And I don't have to worry about if we're in a group setting or a party setting. No one's going to ever cross lines because I got a pit bull standing at the gate. You know what I'm saying? So yes. I'm totally safe. That factor is blissful. They'll just be like, no, I'm really not here. Brain's on vacation. Because standard sex for a lot of experiences can involve really fighting my consciousness. Like, okay, I need milk, eggs, toilet paper. Stop. And in subspace, there's none of that.
Nice.
You can't even.
Nice. That's amazing. That's awesome. And do you remember the first time you first attended your first dungeon party, and how did you feel?
Yeah, I remember that kind of vividly. It was really cool because the studio provided equipment that I didn't have access to. So that was the biggest thrill of it. To sit in a puppy cage, to, be on a spanking bench. Of course, anybody can bend you over a knee, but to that's a different kind of level.
Sure.
I don't have a St. Andrew's cross. I don't have the whips, I have the canes, I have all of that, but I don't have a cross. So that ties into like next level. So it was really cool to meet folks of like mind, to see someone in a mentorship role. You know, you weren't just a host, you were a mentor to anybody and everybody. And to be able to play with stuff that I only saw that on TV. You know, it doesn't really feel like that's what the benefit of those kinds of events are. Unfortunately, we have less spaces like that now than we did before. And of course, the famous one is way too far north, because I moved even further south since you were here. Way too far north. I'm like, that's just an ordeal for me to go all the way up there.
Got it. Got it. And like, how did you and your master meet? I'll be interviewing him in another podcast, Master Matthias. How did you two meet?
We were friends in college.
Okay.
And remained friends. And actually, I met my husband through him. They were friends. And then so he kind of not by default became the second, the third in the family, and he's the godfather to all three of my kids. And then he married as well, probably about a year or so later than me and my husband did. So we've just kind of been lifelong friends.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's awesome. It's like a great big family, which is awesome.
Yeah. And now he lives here with me, my husband, and two of my children.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. And
sticking in and sticking together.
Good. And what advice would you give for people seeking a master or a mistress these days? Patience. Oh, great answer.
Patience. Too many people, especially like on sites like FetLife. I have people petition me all the time, and it's not old school, what some people would call cowboy coffee, where you actually brew it and take your time. No, everything is instant. Social media, instant. And it's frequently when I talk to a petitioner, I'll be like, oh, this is what I really like, or this is what I fantasize about. And I'm like, that's cool, but who are you?
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, yeah. I had one stop talking because my vetting, especially for a male sub, I feel needs to be higher for me, just on a safety level. And so I'm like, real name, age, height, marital status. Do you have a girlfriend? What do you do for a living? They're like, huh? I'm like, have you ever had a dame before? Or, what was that like? Can I talk to them? What? And I'm like, no, you're asking to walk into a practice that can be physically hazardous.
Sure.
And you want me to do it blind? You want me to show up at a hotel room, per se?
Oh, no.
And meet you, and we've only, been online. We've maybe talked on the phone, and I'm supposed to just lock the door behind me and room with you?
Oh, no.
Exactly.
No.
So, and they say they want, I just really want to be you. Okay, you want to be mine? I need to know who the hell you. Why don't you want to know who I am? Everything's too instant. It takes a long time. Even though, in my, sexual fantasy world, some of these things would pop up across my mind. I was just always like, no, because who am I going to do this with? I don't trust people like that.
Yeah.
Like, you want to do what now?
Yeah.
So why? And I think maybe because of my background, being a person of color, being a military brat and a kid of a cop, like my boundary lines and my awareness of danger maybe heightened more than the average person.
Got it.
But I'm going to let you tie me up and do no.
Yeah, no.
So, patience and vetting. People aren't willing to vet. Even in swing, they just want to jump.
Uh-huh.
Okay, did you get tested or at least find out that
Right.
if what they're saying is true?
Right. Right.
They could be lying to you and say, "Oh yeah, we're swingers," and then come find out he's a cheater, and then you got the
Oh
wife
no.
chasing you down the street.
Oh
Oh no,
no. No. No time for drama.
exactly. So yeah, patience is everything. Ask a million zillion questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like that even with a regular sexual partner.
Uh-huh.
I gotta talk to you once we're done.
Yeah. That's good. It's
Why
good.
the hell would I pick an idiot or somebody that has no interest in what I'm interested in?
Exactly.
Like, no.
Exactly. Yeah, and for the listeners out there, I don't recommend meeting somebody in their hotel room. I would suggest meeting in a hotel lobby. Um,
Right. We should
yeah.
date.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go for coffee. Let's hash this out.
Yes.
I believe in contracts.
Yes.
Even if it's a 1-day contract.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We're getting together on Friday. We're going to meet here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the things we're going to do. These are the things that are off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Et cetera, et cetera. And safety calls.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, you're my best friend. Between the hours of 8 and 10,
yes,
I'm going to be with this person
Smart.
at this location. If I don't call you and set up times, if I meet them at 8 and you don't hear me by 8:30, 9 o'clock, whatever the time, call 911.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
people disappear, you know.
Sure. You gotta be safe.
There's a ball I go to, and it's more lifestyle, freeform. But I'm often spanking people and set up my station, whether it be a bench or a massage chair or what have you, and live free demos. And if you're interested and you're like, hey, can I be next? Cool. Mm-hmm. Why did I just this December have a young lady come sit in my chair? She didn't tell me that she has had kidney failure.
Oh, no.
But she's asking for impact play.
Oh, no.
So as I'm pounding her shoulders and I'm spanking her butt, I whip across her back and she's like, stop.
Oof.
Honey, not safe.
Yeah.
Even with normal kidney function.
Yeah.
If I had balled my fist up and hit you with it, I can cause you problems.
Sure.
So communication, boundaries are big.
Yeah.
And why?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And regarding whipping, for listeners out there, if you're like holding a whip and using a flogger your first time, I would definitely suggest hitting the mid back, upper back, avoid the lower back, avoid the kidneys, and then also aim at the butt and the lower butt. And especially the lower butt hurts a lot. It's very sensitive for the person.
Yeah. Or if your flogger whips around the side and hits more on the hip area, that's way more sensitive than the buttocks.
Exactly.
Some people like it, some people cannot stand it. You know, you'll take somebody completely out themselves.
Exactly.
You know?
So what is it like being in an open relationship? It's a broad question.
It has its minuses. It's not often understood. Much like a lot of things, people see the surface and don't want to delve deep or just want to play at the surface. A real one to me isn't a kiddie pool, is an Olympic-sized pool.
Got it.
You need to know the depths of it. And in order to be successful, you are required to have deeper amounts of honesty that most people want to deal with. It's not so much, okay, this person, I'm not a jealous person by nature. You can twinge me and, but it's on a minor scale where some people might, that'll set me off and that'll be a 10. It'll be a 2 for me.
Got it.
But I'll feel these things like, damn, you could have invited me, but you didn't. Okay. How do you deal with that? How do you express that? If you bottle that up, those twos, those little slights become mountainous.
Got it.
You have to be like, okay, I felt that, or they felt that, or be cognizant of, I know how you think, so this might bother you. So, hey, I was thinking about doing X with this other partner.
Uh-huh.
Input, how do you feel? How do you think you'll feel?
Mm-hmm.
Check in after. Like, okay, I'm going to spend the weekend with my girlfriend in a hotel, their house, whatever. I'll see you in a couple of days. Are you good with that? Yeah, that should be fine. Then come back, we do a rundown. So what happened? Because it's the secrets and lies in an open relationship that kill everything. And hell, that kills it in a regular relationship.
Got it.
I didn't know you were hanging out with so-and-so. I didn't, back and forth, all these. No. If I don't tell my partners and I don't check in with my partners and don't say to them, hey, I need a break, I'm going to whatever. Mm-hmm. Or I didn't like the way your outside partner did something, because you got to balance everybody's needs.
Got it.
If Sir's dating a female, or she's even a petitioner, and we're all at dinner, and she says something or acts in a certain way that sets off my red flags, if I don't tell them, then I got to suffer whatever that is by myself.
Oh, got it.
And that can be toxic.
Yeah, you don't want that. Nobody does.
Right. And, and everybody knows love is blind, and it's not always love, but you don't always see what the people witnessing the same event sitting right next to you can see. And they'll be like, hold on, wait, let me tell you what I just saw. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, oh, really? I'm like, it sounded good on the surface. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think there's this undercurrent. And then we all have to balance off. Do we all work as a group?
Right.
It's not so much I like this one, but if you don't get along with the whole pod, then everything gets off balance.
Got it. Yeah, that's why communication.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like a lot of communication, and the last thing you want is toxic and anything toxic. And
no, I don't have the time or energy.
Yeah.
I mean, I teach for a living. I have enough toxic dealing with the population I teach, at 16 to 24-year-olds. So by the time I'm done doing that for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, drama is the last thing I want to hear unless it's on TV.
Good. Exactly. So what are the benefits of being in an open relationship? Since you mentioned a lot of risks, but the benefits for those that are curious to...
The curious ones, what I really like is the freedom of it. And I always think in terms of any dynamic, even if it's a family dynamic and there's multiple siblings, you're not going to get somebody that walks like you, talks like you, moves like you when you want to move, except for your shadow.
Nice.
So, my husband, Prime, he's way more introverted than I am. Cool. But if I want to go out dancing and have a drink, that's not his scene.
Got it.
So, always, and I think younger women see this, you want somebody to fulfill all the time everything that how they see the world. When you have multiple partners, that pressure is less. Let's do the things that we enjoy together. But if there's something I like, I don't have to feel guilty about kicking it with a friend or have them feel jealous that I'm doing something with something else because it's already been negotiated.
Got it.
And any work, any relationship, any dynamic is work. Any work shared is lessons. If we're all doing something together, then we get it done just that faster. It's open. It's more free to ideas. It's more, you're not just a captive to someone else's emotional needs. You can be more expressive and more open to different things and share different parts of you with whomever it fits best with, as opposed to, you don't love me because you won't take me out to dinner.
Got it.
No, I can't do it.
So, how has the Chicago scene changed since the pandemic? That's the next question I have for you.
The shutdown, of course, shut down everything.
Yeah.
A lot of the places that I would go to, not that I was a public player to some levels that I've seen lots of people that I know, they would never miss a party. They would be in multiple groups. I think that's lessened. It's lessened for me because outlets aren't there. Several things aren't in place anymore. And some of the groups, there's one in particular that's out here in the Southland with me that's always been pretty big.
Uh-huh.
It's suffering the popularity swings that I saw in the swing world because you start to build a following, you start having regular parties. These parties can make some money because you have to invest money, rent the place if you don't own it, make sure that accommodations and cleaning and food and all these, parts to event planning are there. But so people charge entrance fee. Hey, this burden shouldn't be. I'm not spending thousands of dollars.
Oh no.
To make you happy, right? Yeah. So single female may pay $35 to get in. A couple may pay $65 to get in. Everybody get that. That's cool. But at some point, some of these groups can look at the bottom line more than the other needs. So newbies start coming in that are untrained and untested. The last one I went, Halloween, was a hotel takeover. Cool, no problem. That group, I had never seen an incident where police had to be called and that happened.
No way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we're like, okay, because younger folks, which you need new blood in order to keep anything going.
Right.
If they're not taught, if they're inebriated at a party and they don't understand the rules and boundaries and protocols and how to comport themselves. Now I'm drunk. Oh, fuck you, bitch, comes into it. And then you're like, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Wow.
And tempers flare. And no.
Wow.
Swing world used to be really strict. You couldn't talk to a female. If she was a member of a couple, you had to talk to the couple.
Wow.
And if you were a man, you needed to talk to her man first.
Wow.
Hey, you guys got a nice vibe. I'm interested. What are your rules? Like, does she play by herself? Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
Do you play only together? It's just, hey, mama, hold on.
Yeah.
And then you end up with these problems. I literally, in the swing world, was at a party site years ago that no longer exists because of stuff like that, and was having sex in a group room with a female playmate of mine who I still love and adore. And fine, you're standing on the wall observing. That's why it's a group room. I don't give a shit. But I just had someone stick their thumb in my asshole.
What?
I'm like,
what
the hell? So, of course, now I'm screaming for security. I knew. I'm like, God damn.
Oh, my gosh.
He's like, I know. You didn't ask nobody?
Yeah.
You just think because I'm here naked that you can touch me?
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I'm starting to see that a little bit with some of the groups that I know didn't have that problem previously.
Got it.
Where the rules are starting to soften, and whenever you do that, you end up with problems.
Got it.
So years ago, as far as swing goes, I had pulled those people that I was good with, and we stopped going to parties, and we would have our own parties and our own relationships.
Nice.
Because it was like, nah, I'm not going to pay and then have problems. Nah, that's too much.
Then have a phone to your butt without your consent, what the hell?
Yeah. He was more of a player pimp.
Oh,
and
no.
Found out about us and came the hell out of.
Yeah,
no. I'm like, pick him up by the collar, throw him out.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's kind of,
Wow.
it can get messy. So younger groups,
Uh-huh.
they just read a book once, saw a movie once, and think they know what they're doing, and some of them won't listen. So I'm like, I'm out. And the
Yeah.
older I get, the less patience I have for that kind of
Yep. Yep.
drama.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, it just you just reminded me of a past party at God, a long time ago. It was called the Continuum. I don't think you and your
I,
I
I
don't think
remember rumors of the Continuum, never got there.
yeah, you and your master were not there. I remember that, but holy cow, I'd throw these crazy fun parties, and then back then I'm like, yeah, alcohol is allowed, and then I'm like, I switched it up within, I don't know when
No, really
exactly,
not.
because the alcohol really like is not like, sure, it helps people loosen up, but then there was one incident where some guy, he took a photo without this woman's consent, and I said, give me your phone, let me see what you took a photo of her feet without her consent, and he refused to give his phone. And I'm like, you could, I think I had the bouncer escort him out. And then
lots of spaces here in Chicago, they confiscate your phone at the door.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. Yeah,
lots of spaces, want to pat you down.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Really? Wow.
Gunplay. I don't care where you are. Why?
Sure. Yeah.
So it can be fraught, especially when the crowd is younger.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember moving the parties from there to the studio, and I said, okay, no alcohol. And basically the audience dropped like 50%, I want to say, because they're like, no alcohol? Oh no, we're not gonna go to Xena's parties. There's no alcohol. It's like, well, that's safe, and
right. And what I'm seeing in the last couple of parties that I went to, alcohol wasn't the problem, it was cocaine.
Oh no.
And so of course they're coming in, they're sober, but they just took a bump in the car. And so as time goes and the intoxication increase, oh, wait a minute, hold on. The behavior switches.
Oh, no.
And I was like, there's a young submissive that has been floating around for several years. And, I pay attention, but she's not interested in me, vice versa. But there's two versions of you. Why is this? Oh, because you're getting coked up.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's why that's why it's important to play safe, sane, and consensual. No drugs, no alcohol. And then everybody will, everything will be good. And then some people, they rely on that. I don't understand the whole drug culture, but some people just rely on that. I mean, I could understand a shot of whiskey or a glass of wine, but ooh.
Well, I've found sometimes, and I think this is more swing realm than it is BDSM realm in my experience. I found a lot of females who will participate, but they're not participating out of their need or their wants.
No.
I've met girls where he's a cheater.
Oh no.
And maybe if we swing together, he'll stop cheating.
Oh no, that's not. Wow.
And so, all right, well, I need a drink or two to make this work for me. But then after the party's over, you've got all this other stuff to deal with.
Wow.
Or it used to be swing was couples only. Like established married couples. Well, if you're a dating couple, you've only been together a few weeks, or worse yet, met at a swing party. You haven't negotiated your trust and honesty boundaries with each other, and now you're also involving third, fourth, and fifth parties. It is, in my opinion, vastly too difficult to swing and date at the same time.
Sure. Sounds like it.
If you're a single member and you're playing with couples that are already established, that's a little different. But if you and your partner are actively dating, you're not to the engagement stage, you're not to the we're getting married, we trust each other and all that, you already don't trust him, and now you're watching him with another partner. You're gonna have emotions about that. You're gonna have additional trust issues, because every time they talk on the phone with the outside partner, well, you're here, you should have been talking to me, and it's not a competition.
Yeah.
But you don't trust them or her or whomever. So then now you have to wonder, what are they really talking about, and what does it really mean? And what does that mean in light of our relationship? There's too much to juggle.
Sure. Sounds like it. Wow. That's really... Yeah, toxic, anything toxic, no jealousy, safe, sane, and consensual, all very important, and no drugs, no alcohol, and those...
And, you're already feeling some type of way, even in a small amount, and then you get intoxicated.
Oh, no.
It's going to pop out.
Yeah.
You're going to say something or do something, and everybody's in the room is going to be like, well, wait a minute, what was that?
Wow. And then, yeah, I just remember the past parties. Personally, I haven't been to a dungeon party in a long time, since before the pandemic, and I get invited to parties here in New York. I'd be curious to go to one again, but the one I remember going to New York, this one, I think it was at Paddles, it's called. I don't think it's there anymore, but I remember this was 2013, and there was two guys, they're like, "Oh, can you play with me? Can you play with me? Can you play with me?" That's such a turn off for me. It's like, who are you?
The play is the thing, but the play is the cherry on top, not the whole shebang. It's the other way around. It's a connection.
And then this one guy, he brought his funnel. Can you pee in my mouth? Can you pee in my... dude, I don't know you, dude.
Right. And maybe that's not in my pantheon of shit I like to do. I've had people get really mad.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, I don't do that. Well, how come? Because I fucking don't.
Yeah, it's your boundaries, your limits people have to respect.
Right.
Wow.
I'm like, it does nothing for me personally.
Yeah.
I don't get off on it. I don't do fluid exchanges. And even if I don't have to touch you to give you my fluids, okay. I've softened some on things that I originally really didn't get into, like foot play. For me, I'm like, whatever. But now I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit more amenable to it. I'll let you, but because you're getting off on it, not because it's enticing to me.
Got it.
But that's kind of in the realm of things to do to me, biologically and emotionally, on the tame end of things. You want to kiss my feet, whatever. I'm not going to get STD from it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's some safe shit to do. However, some of the other shit, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is you talking about?
Right. Yeah, it's very important to respect limits and boundaries. And some people, they can't take no for an answer. It's like, no means no. I will not do that. No. It's like, yeah.
And I test everything people say, especially when I don't know you personally. We met, became friends, and then we're talking about some other shit. That's different. But if you've petitioned me on FetLife or Facebook or any of the socials, and you write me a letter and say, I like this, and this, and I would really like it if you would X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna test that shit. So the last one that failed was about an hour for me. Blah blah blah. Okay, and within the negotiations, I'm like, all right. In order for this to happen, I'm putting you on a trial basis of vetting and understanding. And in his list of shit was, I really want you to physically and emotionally and financially dominate me. Okay? And I'm really into cuckold. I really want to be your butler and do non-sexual service. Okay, I'm with all that and keep talking. Blah, blah, blah. So one of the things he said is he was in the feet. And I'm like, okay. And it's the winter. It's Chicago. And I'm like, I really need a pedicure. I said, I tell you what. Send me some money for a pedicure, and I will send you video and photos. Failed. You said on 5 occasions that you wanted to be financially nominated, and I asked you for pedicure money, and we can't. Okay, you're done. I'm going to hold you to your word. Don't tell me this is what I want, and then when shit happens, you're proving yourself a liar on the simplest of shit.
Yeah. And a pedicure is like $40-$50. If he can't, afford that, then he...
What are we talking about? But you're talking about driving over an hour, getting a hotel room, when you come to visit me, and blah, blah, blah. And I have some traveling I would like to do as a dame and some lectures that I'm planning on giving. And I'm like, if you want to be my butler, you need to book and come with me.
Right. Pay with his own money.
Pedicure, but you're telling me that you're going to travel with me? Them things don't equate.
Yeah.
So when you stop talking, I'm going to let you stop talking because obviously you just proven yourself to really only want somebody to titillate you online through communication so you can go masturbate.
Yeah.
And if that's what you wanted, we could have done that in the front, and I would have just been like, it's $25 for this month, and you'll have access to talk to me whenever you want, and you can get off all you want. We can treat it like phone sex.
Right. Got it.
I have no problem with that, but why would I waste my time on all this other action?
Yep. Time is valuable.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. It's like, don't...
They just want, personalized porn.
Yeah, no.
I don't do that. For pay. Porn is a pay thing.
Sure.
Sure. I have other things to do.
Yeah. So is there anything else that you would like to share with the listeners, Dahlia?
Maybe not so much share with them, but I find it funny that the stigma on sex work and the stigma between, especially dames, who say, my time is valuable. If you want it, here's a fee. Being ostracized, looked down upon. But if I was doing it for free, everybody's okay with it.
Yeah.
That to me, I'm like, I thought we were exiting the world of hypocritical thinking into more of a free-form equality realm, but yet that still exists.
Got it.
Am I one with a website that says, these are my rates, this is what I did it? No. But at the same time, you say you want to worship me, but you're not willing to X, Y, or Z. If I say that's going to cut, send me something off my Amazon wish list, that's a bridge too far. That's weird to me. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. Some people
How is that for you? And I know you've always been selling videos and other services and have no problem saying, this is what I do.
Right.
Do you have that same kind of, I don't know what the word would be, are you ostracized for that kind of shit?
Well, I don't session all the time. Some people have a thought that dominatrixes are always in their clothes, their dom clothes.
Yeah,
like I'm sitting around with a whip in my hand waiting for somebody.
You don't have a soft side. Did you never have a normal quote unquote relationship, whatever the fuck normal means, right? One of the famous memes that a bunch of doms, male doms, picked up on and I put up on Facebook was I made a placard that says, yes, I like BDSM. Yes, I'm really enjoying doing these things. No, that doesn't mean I want to do them with you.
I love
I
it.
just had a partner petition that I had known for some years, and then I found out. He finally told me, "Oh yeah, I got divorced." I was like, "Oh." He was like, "I always thought you were cute." I'm like, "I always thought you were cute." He was like, "Send me a picture." So I sent him a picture of me doing something kind of innocuous, but it's at a BDSM party. And he was like, "Ooh, that's vicious." And I'm like, "Yeah, but fun." And he stopped talking.
Oh.
I scared the shit out of him. I'm like, just because I was choking her, don't mean I want to choke you.
I love it.
That's regular sex on occasion.
Sure. But yeah, I have a balance between, I guess I call it the vanilla life versus the kink life, and I do vanilla things, and I don't offer my services to everyone, and they have to read my website to know what my limits are, what my boundaries are, what I'm into, what I'm not into. So people, they think, "Oh, I'm going to call her because of how she looks." And then to this day, people still think I live in Chicago. It's like, okay, where have you people been? I advertise it here. I'm in New York City now. So people, they just see the photo. Oh, I must call her. No, you gotta read. You have to read. It's reading is easy, right? I mean, but some people, they're just so wound up that they're like, oh, she looks like she's gonna kick my ass. Oh, and then this is another one. Sometimes I sound soft and sweet over the phone. I said, okay, but that's over the phone. You haven't met me in person.
And exactly. I have the opposite often. Back in the early 90s, I actually did phone sex for a while.
Okay.
It was funnier to me, and just, it wasn't great money or whatever, but it was something I did. I was single, and then I would take some time and do it, and great experience. But I would get people that would automatically think I was some blonde white girl.
Okay.
Or I would get, the Pollyanna. But then there would be some that would cue, even, that was way before I was into BDSM or Dame. And they would be like, "Oh, dominate me." And I'm like, "Okay, sure, no problem." But on occasion, like I could cue in and identify the caller. I had some regulars, and I knew this guy was black. He was from Detroit, and one day he just popped up and said, "Oh, I would really like to lick your creamy white thighs." And I dropped out of my voice to my street voice, and I was like, "Who the fuck told you I was white?" He nutted all over himself and hung up. It was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Why would you assume these things?"
Oh my gosh.
I was like, "Holy shit, she's black."
Oh,
hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's been a real pleasure to talk to you, and I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I love all the advice and your stories that you had given, and this was really great to do this little Q&A for episode 53 of Xena Life as a Dominatrix. Thank you all very much for tuning in. And where can people find you, Dahlia? I forgot to ask.
Most of the time for the BDSM and kink world, you can find me on FetLife at Kink Dahlia, and my profile is open. Just be aware that I am a light-skinned black girl of a larger stature. I am not your typical teeny tiny kinky, photographers want to take pictures of dames that weigh about 85 pounds and can, clad in all black leather. I'm also a mother, an educator. I have a full-time job, all that kind of stuff. So if you hit me up, sure, we can connect. But understand, I'm not on there every day.
Oh, well, thank you so very much for doing this. And
Love it. A lot of fun.
Yeah, well, thank you all very much for tuning in. Have a great day.
Have a good one, guys.